Are you looking for a functional, cost-effective stand assist that makes the standing motion easier and safe? The Raiser Pro from Etac is a non-powered, intuitive option that's possibly perfect for your needs. My name is Jeff, I'm a product expert here at Mart, and I've been a registered nurse for over 25 years. If someone has upper body strength, enough core strength to be able to do almost like a help with the standing process, let's say for example when you use a gait belt, if someone can stand with that, be able to stand up, support their weight, and be able to do a pivot, something like this might be a great option, but it helps make it easier on the caregiver. This has a maximum weight of 375 pounds, meaning a patient up to 375, but we'll talk about that in a minute. But keep in mind, obviously depending on the strength and the ability of the caregiver to support someone that is standing up that is at that weight. But basically it helps the patient use their own muscle power. But what's also nice about this is that this only weighs 22 pounds, so it makes it very easy to move around the house and even possibly travel with. The adjustable leg support will fit most patient heights. It has a handle, it has multiple grab points, which makes it easy for patients to kind of grab on and hold on to as they participate in the standing process. The brakes are easily applied with one foot and locks both wheels securely into place, which makes it easier when you go through the standing process. The foot support for the patient is low to the ground, which makes it very easy for them to kind of get their feet up over it. It's kind of a built-in anti-slip material, which makes it very easy for the patients to use as well. There's also a belt assistance options that makes it even easier for the patient and the caregiver to get someone up to a standing position. It's also because the way this rolls easily on two wheels and be able to pivot back and forth and make very tight turns makes it easy to from room to room transfers, whether it's from the bed to a wheelchair to a commode, or into the bathroom. One thing I will say about this though is it probably is going to be much easier to use on a firm surface like tile, wood, or linoleum. We tried it on carpet here at Mart, and I did seem like it had a little bit of resistance from trying to move somebody, but if it is extremely thin and carpet with no padding, you might be able to get away with it. But really, you can just tell as low as this is to the ground, it's really designed more for a flat surface. So it really depends again on the caregiver and the patient you're trying to lift. This is extremely easy to use. I'm basically gonna set this up in front of my patient or loved one that I'm trying to lift. Basically just lock this into place. As I mentioned, both wheels lock at the same time. You basically just need to counterbalance a little bit of weight here. Patient then brings their feet forward on the stand, plays their knees to the knee pad. Can grab anywhere along this bar up here. So again, that's why it's also nice to have multiple different position points, so whatever's most comfortable for the patient. And then using this, instead of them having to pull on you as they stand up and kind of put your back in an awkward position, now they can use this to help stand up. Once they're in a position, there is a strap available to go around them if they need extra support, or if they're strong enough like this alone, I can just then release my brake and then go ahead and pivot them, turn to my next chair or bed I'm gonna go to, or if they're comfortable enough to be actually transferred into the bathroom, they can stay on this and we can just move it from room to room. One of the first couple optional accessories available for the Raiser Pro is something they call the Raiser Strap. And basically this is just a support strap, so once someone does get in a standing position, I can then put this around my patient, use these little knobs that are on both sides here, and secure it in place around their arms if need be, and basically give them a little bit of extra safety and security. Again, I would never depend on this for total patient lift. This is just to give them a little extra safety and security when they're moving from room to room or over to a different spot in the room. So one of the other accessories that's available is what they call the Raiser Belt, which is really just a strap inside of a sleeve that makes it easier to help you assist your patient to a standing position. So basically this hooks onto one side, so that makes it secure. Then I bring this, while the patient's in the sitting position, all the way around behind their back, and making this sleeve part either low back, around the buttocks, or mid back, kind of to where depending on where the patient needs the most support. Now when I go to system to stand up, I'm actually standing to one side and I'm pulling the strap, and this slides through the center of the sleeve, which a couple of benefits on that. One is it helps pull the patient forward without pulling on their skin. We all know that with any sort of a pulling motion on the skin, it could possibly cause skin shearing, which leads to further injury, so we don't want to have that. And now I can anchor this with my patient here, and I have an extra little safety belt just to give them a little extra support as I move them from room to room. So from the caregiver side, it's very easy to adjust the knee pad. There's a little ribbon through here, basically just squeezing this. Now I can move it up and down through several different points to find the right adjustment for my patient. It's important to be able to adjust this just below the kneecap, and there's another little bump below that where you want to put the pad underneath that so it doesn't put any pressure on that point. For the right patient, the Raiser Pro is an easy to use, safe way to ensure active standing support during transfer. If you have any questions about this stand assist device or any of the other devices we have on our website, our product navigators are standing by. You're welcome to give them a call. Or you can continue to browse here at medmart.com.